Hi there, welcome to Megan Makes Cupcakes. Today I'll be teaching you how to make your own fondant molds using the amazing mold putty. So stay tuned and I'll walk you through it step by step. The reason that I chose to show you guys how to make these molds with the amazing mold putty is because it can help you make a variety of different molds that you can use for cupcake toppers or for your cakes for a much cheaper price than what you would pay for in the store to buy those molds separately. And as you look around your local craft stores, you'll begin to see different items that can make very nice molds. For example, right here I found this cameo pendant that I got at a craft store for around $3. And maybe I don't like this original setting or the color of the metal here and everything like that. But if I make an impression of it, I can change this to gold. I can do all different kinds of things. So that's what I'll be showing you today, is how to make an impression of this cameo. The things that you will need to do so are this amazing mold putty. Like I was saying, I got this from my local craft store for around $10 and it lasts for a really long time. You need something to make your impressions with. I'm just using a measuring cup because it's smooth around the edges. And then I'll just pop that out later. And then I'm using a tablespoon to measure my amazing putty just to make sure I have equal ratios. And then, like I was saying, something that you want to make your impression of. Okay, so we got our two different putty parts out of the box. And right here we have the amazing putty A, and then this is the amazing putty B. So you want to make sure you use equal parts of A and B. Then we're going to combine them together. And we want to use them as quickly as we can after that because they will start to cure and set, which is good for our mold, but we just make sure we work quickly. So these are non-toxic, which is good because obviously you're going to be using fondant or a food item with them. So I just have a tablespoon that I used and I'll wash it afterwards. Even though it is non-toxic, I still like to wash it. So you can just kind of play with the ratios here to make sure you're covering your space. You want to make sure you have enough. It's better to have a little too much because otherwise, obviously, you can't cover the object you're intending to use. Okay, so we have our putty A and we have our putty B in equal parts of each. And now we're just going to combine the two and mix them really well. So I kind of like to pull it like I would taffy and then just kind of mush it. Whatever works for you, just mix it fast and make sure it's well incorporated. And that's kind of the beauty of this, is that they're both different colors, so you can tell really well if they're mixed together or not. All right. And then we're going to put it into our cup. We're just going to get it as flat on top as we can. So first I'm going to roll it out to a ball. Get any of the little creases out. And then I'm going to push it down. Probably pretty good. Okay, and now I'm just going to take my cameo here and I'm going to press it into the putty. And I just want to make sure that it's level on all the different areas. Alright, and that, if it gets uneven, you can just push it back into shape so that it's nice and smooth. You can see that I'm doing here. And then look at that, a perfect mold right there. Nice and smooth on top. Okay, so we're gonna let that cure for about 20 minutes and I'll be back to show you the finished product. All right, and we're back. It's been more than 20 minutes and you can see that our mold has set here. And one of the rules of thumb for when you're using this is if you press your fingernail into it and there's an indentation there, then you know that it's not done. All right, now we're just gonna take either a butter knife or something dull that we can use to pop this little guy out. So at this point, it should be pretty springy. You can tell, like when I press on it, it kind of just springs back, and that's a sign that it has set. Okay. Almost there. All right, Da-da. And then you can just bend it backwards to pop it out. And look at that. Okay, so now you can use this mold for anything you like. I will be using it for fondant, but you could also use it for soaps, resin, or jewelry making, or anything that you'd like. And I hope that this tutorial will help you to expand the way you look at cake decorating or cupcake decorating and what is possible to accomplish. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next time.